should be able to kick out on me now. Oh, darn it. I think the ladder's in the way. Still stable. I think looks like the line is there. Taste of victory. Yeah. That's it for now. I'm going to take a break. You're on camera, smile, Sage. I don't care. I'm just going to keep bugging Mark. I'm going to get in his lap.
Right.
About 40 miles, British Columbia. There's a travel trailer there.
So it's got to be straight.
There's a spot there. Number 8. Doesn't look too bad. More spots down below the parking. These are all empty. These are all tent spots, so they're perfect. And they're all empty. Ooh.
That's a cool looking little spot.
Yeah, that one looks like it's near the water. We're at the end. Let's take a look at this one. My stuff just needs set down on the ground there, and I'll move it, like over there. We don't need to pack it all down there right now. I got a lot of stuff, but if you want to just set it down in the shade over there, that would make it easier.
I'll put these to the picnic table right quick.
Now we got a propane tank, and that's for the barbecuer.
Yeah. Are we gonna leave that on there?
That's where we're gonna go.
Nope. There we go. That's there. And then once we get it like this, that's all pretty much flat.
No.
So
Yeah, you don't need to put the other cover on.
these were almost $400, and I got 2 of these brand new still in the box off of Craigslist for $125 each.
And 4 minutes, 4 seconds, and
And
under 5 minutes he got it done. It's done. So for tonight, I got pork ribs here. I'm gonna later on put them on the grill, but right now I'm just doing this because it really tends to burn hot on this grill. So we're using the BougeRV refrigerator. Mark brought along a 200-watt solar panel array we're hooked up to keep it going. It's doing really well. I'm really pleased with it. We got it loaded here. Like I said, you can lift everything right out. And that's the depth of the one side. This is the side I use for freezing. And that's this size. So it's not real deep on this side for the freezer, or you could go vice versa, or you could make them both be freezer or both refrigerator, which is a really slick deal. So far it's performing well. But yeah, here's the camp. So as you're already seeing, we're cooking right here. I've got extra power right there, and you can see just past the power is my tent. Of course, to my right of the picnic table, that's Mark's campsite, and is the lake. Of course, Sage isn't happy. Oh, the Cooper's, he's got himself a nice shady spot. These guys, I spare no expense, man. Filtered water for them. That's my camp. I've got 2 sleeping bags because I got one that's really thin and light on top, the silver one. That's my backpacking lightweight hot summer one. Underneath is thicker one. I'm just using it as extra padding. Then I got an inflatable pillow in the back. But anyways, yeah, that's a nice sleeping bag there. It weighs a total of 12 ounces. Anyways, let's go down here and see how Mark's doing. Sage is going to lead the way. And he's fishing right down here. Catch one while you're on film, buddy.
I hope I do, but I haven't. I think I've scared them all out.
Uh-oh. All right, here's a look at this lake. It's beautiful. I'd love to have a boat out here next year. I'm looking at a couple different pedal kayaks, fishing kayaks. And there's a new one on the market I'm looking at. And you can see Mark down there again. But yeah, beautiful. We've got the mountain views. Oh my goodness, this is just pristine. Oh, that was a good cast. Couldn't see it because I'm coming along the bank line here.
You know, last night I went to bed, right? And
You heard the jumping, huh?
well, I woke up and you were snoring. You know,
I never snore, come on.
bullshit. You know what time it was?
8 o'clock.
8:30. 8:30. It was still light out, right?
And hot.
Yeah, and you were snoring and the fish were jumping. And
That's why they were jumping, they were scared.
And then I had to laugh. Both your dogs were quiet as fuck. But there was a dogs you could hear somewhere on this lake park.
Oh,
Yeah, so, you know, it's not always your dogs that one.
not always Sage or Cooper. Alright. There we go. This thing's been working really good for me. And we chilled on down. This is like half ice in here. So yeah, some nice frosty cold stuff in here. It's working well. Got a little bit of stuff in here. I got this cranked on down. Everything's frozen solid in here. Probably should take that out. That's probably frozen solid. That's working well on this trip for us. I also brought my trusty old classic cooler right there. This guy is the Yeti. And I just had a few things in here that I didn't want really super cold. Put a 10-pound block of ice in there. That's working pretty good. In fact, I'm going to throw these down in the other cooler. I got some eggs for breakfast. Cost about as much as the BougeRV refrigerator, but it's really not as nice to have, honestly. I mean, for the kind of money you spend for this nowadays, you get something like that. It's kind of nice to have. Makes this kind of obsolete. And I got 2 of these coolers. What you doing, Cooper? How you doing, little man? We're gonna make some breakfast here in a minute. I know you like food, don't you? No, that looks like the new one. Here you go, man.
Okay. And that's probably enough for me.
Okay. Got us a little bass here. There we go. Nice little bass. That's the first one I caught of substantial size anyway. We're almost back home. Yeah, there's a wild horse right there. It's a pretty horse. There we go. Yep, I'm looking at you. I think I'm pissing him off. Pretty cool looking. Yeah, his tail's going. I think he's not happy with me. cabin, buddy. Still a bit of a drive. Yeah. I'll just park right here. That should do the trick. Alright, so I thought I would take a break for a second and show you this BougeRV portable refrigerator. They sent this to me, so they're sponsoring my channel this week. I want to be open on that. This is something I've really needed for a long time. I'm 2 hours round trip from grocery shopping, so something like this is really nice. This one is their middle sized. It's the 52 quart or 49 liter, and it's pretty quiet. You can remote control by Bluetooth from your phone. You can actually access the app by scanning it right here. It's really a nice one. They offer a battery for this too, and I opted for the battery. It came with the battery already installed because I got it with the battery right away. If you do buy it separately, you can pop it open here, and there's a plug on the left side here. You got to pull out before you put it in, and then you can just grab it, pop it in here like this. And this one's got a little bit of a charge on it. It comes about 50%, so I'm gonna have to charge it in a little bit. But you can see all these. You have a solar input, you have an output, then you got an 18 watt USB output here, and then you got a USB-C in or out 100 watt plug right here. Okay, and you can just check your level here. It's got 5 bars. I'm on 2 bars right now. So you got access to those right here, and then you can plug in, which we will do later. I will show you there's a DC, so you can go into 110 right here. It does have a built-in fuse in it. You get a bottle opener, you get tie-down straps all the way around this. Nice heavy-duty handles, spring-loaded. They're like alloy handles, really nice. Your control panel's right here, and you can just turn it on just like that. You can adjust the temps up and down. I can bring it down to 26. In Fahrenheit mode, it goes to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm in eco mode right now. You can hit this and hold it, and then you can go into max. The other nice thing about this is you can set each side individually. Either both of them can be freezers, both of them can be fridges, one can be off, one can be on. Any kind of combination you can think of, which is really nice. You got a handle here, and if it's got 2 positions, if you push forward on these sliders, you can bring it out till it clicks. That's the first position, and then you can bring it on out to the final position. So it really works nice. It's got decent wheels on it and stuff. I like that. I'll get you a little better position here so you can see these, but you can take these lids off too if you wanted to, and you can switch them around. I'm not going to do that here. The other thing is they each come in baskets, so you can actually just pack those into your home and pull your stuff out of your fridge. And here, I'm going to leave these out for a second. So you can see down in here, there's a plug here, so you can drain it. I have used this for a couple weeks now. So over here you got LED lights. LED lights are over here too. So you can see the depth. This one's pretty shallow right here, but that's because you have the battery underneath, and that's deeper over there. Nice seals on the lids here. If you go over here, this actually gives you different temperatures depending on what you're storing in here. It tells you what to set it at. So I like that. 110 power, and I'll show you that hooked up in a minute. You do get a 12 volt one, so you can plug it into your cigarette lighter. When you're driving down the road, you can keep it powered up, which is nice. You do get an owner's manual in here. I suggest you read it. It's pretty simple for that matter. These lids, they lock really nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. We took it on a camping trip. It worked well, my friend and I. And let me turn it around here. By the way, this is where it vents, so you don't want to keep that. You want to keep that clear. You don't want to block that. And it's on the same on the other side. So you have a little slot here. It's the guide, so you'll know it can only go on one way. Right there. And I will show you the app in a moment. Same thing. And we'll go ahead and get this plugged in here. I'm going to turn it off temporarily, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set the temps by the app in a minute. And I want to start at no cold. It's not cold yet, but I want to start at no cold, and we're going to time it getting to temp. It's not super hot out here. The temperature today at this time of day is 70 degrees. So we'll check it here in a minute. All right. It's got a light here, so the indicator tells me it's green. That means it's charging. All right, we're going to go ahead and do two tests here. One of them is to time it on my phone, and we'll get that ready here, and then we'll turn this on. That's the BougeRV app right there. And of course I've got two of these, so this is the one that will fire up first. And we're going to go ahead and turn it on right now. Let's get it to temp. So I'm going to set this one to 10 degrees. I'm going to set this side to like 36. Watch. Start. Let's see how long it takes. I'll come back and show it to you in a little bit, okay? Well, time. It took 20 minutes to get to temp. I'll show you the temp on the phone here in a second. Alright, so you can see small side's at 10, 36 on the large side. We're still at only 56% charge, so I got to go a ways. We'll do the longevity test in max battery use, and we'll see how long that lasts. And we're at ambient temp around 70. By the time this thing gets done, it's going to be easily around 80, 85 degrees is my guess. So I was going to talk about a couple more things. So on this one, the voltage, it says here, it's a DC 12 volt or 24 volt, and AC is at 100 to 240 volts. And input power is 60 watt, and that's for the 52 quart, 49 liter version that I'm reading on. The noise level, they say, is 45 decibels. And one of the things I was going to talk about is, I don't know what they call it here, it's got a voltage protector for the vehicle is what I'm going to call it. So it's got a car battery protection limiter, I guess you could call it. So there's a low, medium, and high setting for this. A 12 volt, the low setting's at 9.6 volts, the medium's at 10.1 volts, and high is at 11.1 volts. And that's with the compressor off. With it on, low is at 10.9 volts, so a volt more. Medium is 11.4 volts. It's 1.3 volts more. High is 11.1 volts. Off, on, it's 12.4, so it's also 1.3 volts more. So that's in 12 volt, which most people would use, I mean, like in your vehicle. So what's going to happen is there's a cutoff. in each of those positions so that you can still start your vehicle the next day. Let's say you put it in there overnight, you know, to keep it cool. That's what that's going to do and protect it. So the XT60 input for the battery on here, that's going to be where you'll want to hook up your solar panel. You can do like a 100-watt solar panel to this. I believe you can hook up a 200-watt solar panel to this. That's what I ordered anyway, so we'll find out when I get it. I think that's about it right now on this that I wanted to talk about. I think I'm going to take you in where it's able to see this remote. Okay, so you should be able to see this pretty good here. So if you want to go into this little gear icon right here, then you can see the settings, the battery protection. I'm on medium. That's the one that's going to protect the vehicle if I have it plugged in from the battery going dead. Okay. Second screen down, that's your on screen. You can either have it always on. You can go for 1 minute, which is what I have it set at, or you could do 3 minutes. I'm going to keep it right here. And then you've got the temperatures. You can go Celsius or you can go Fahrenheit. See, it's all really easy on this. Then you have your firmware. I'm up to date. Battery firmware, I'm up to date. But when you first get it, I suggest you click on these within your app and you update it via your Wi-Fi. You can do a factory reset if you ever need to. And then, of course, the device name on this one's CRD2 2.0. My other one I have set up, if I go back, it says cabin fridge. It's not on right now. So that works pretty nice. If you click on here, once again, it gets you back in here. If you look at the top here, you have your DC input. In my case, 81 watts is going into it to charge it up. You do have a solar input if I had it hooked up to solar, which I'm still waiting for the panels. And then you have your Type C input. So I could actually run a Type C to charge it up. And I believe that's going to be at 100 watts input on that one, which would be a little more than the DC. But I think that's adequate. Anyways, I wanted to run through the app a little bit for you so you could see how that worked. You could turn off one side if you wanted and just leave one side on and then switch over to the other side if you'd rather have it. So there you go. Got both sides back on. So there's a lot of versatility here. So I really like that too. And I like the fact that I can add other units to it. So, and there's information down here. You can get help and stuff like that. So, pretty slick deal. If I had internet, it'd actually give me the weather right here. So, pretty neat app overall. So, we'll be back with you in a little bit and we'll run that test once this thing's fully charged. All right, good morning. So you can see by the app and the matching here, I got a full charge. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug the power here. This is going to be the longevity test. We're in max. There we go. And so I'm going to go from here to my timer. Start. All right, so we're going to time this. We'll see how long this stays on full or on charge till it runs out. So this is a longevity test. We will watch the cooler until it runs out. I will be moving it out of here later today into the shade, but for now this is about 5:30 in the morning and we're at 25% and we are at 10 hours and 55.5 minutes right now. Still going strong, 25%. I'll put a guess in, will be about 14-15 hours. We'll find out. I'll be back. We're about 13%, a little over 12 hours and 14 minutes. Anyhow, we'll keep running it. We're at 36. and 10 respectively. And we're still working on our longevity test. Now, this is in max mode, okay? Today's high is 76. We're at 6%. So it managed to go 13 hours. I'm going to stop right there. That was max power usage on the BougeRV. All right, that's it. I'm not going to get to the siding house wrap. I'm not going to get to the solar this week. This generator died on me. Well, it runs, but it doesn't produce power. This generator yesterday, this snapped on it, and the propane line on it is getting rotten. So I pulled this off. So it looks like I can replace this. And I thought, well, I'll replace the line too. And so this line's got cracks in it, but it doesn't want to come off. It just spins. So now I have to take this whole thing apart. And this is where this goes on. This is a pretty bad deal. I don't know what I'm going to run into inside here. This generator has given me problems since I bought it. It's only ever ran on propane, and it's a dual fuel. The gas side doesn't work. I don't know if it's because of the high elevation. I've never had a problem with this one running, but I can't get it to produce power. I'm going to try it in a minute and see if I can get it to produce power, because one of the problems I'm having is we have a lot of smoke from the fires, and I'm not getting any solar because of it. So I'm running out of power. This morning I woke up. I have no internet. It's like my router stopped working for my Starlink. It's got power to it, but it's not pulling any power. So I think it stems right from the router. And I have no way to get a hold of Starlink because they're online. I've never seen a phone number for Starlink. So I'm in a quandary. I got a neighbor up here that has Starlink. I'll go see later. I'm going to produce this video the best I can. And I'm working on stuff that I can't even research. I use the internet to do a lot of my research on things. It helps me figure stuff out. At any rate, I don't have any of that capabilities right now. And that means when I take this apart, I'll just be winging it, which I can probably fix it just the same. I don't know. This is twisting off. So it's just a matter of getting this apart. Oh, that's a box. I can't even see inside of it. All the stuff's connected to it though. Well, that's not good. There. I kind of can see back there. I think this is holding it. I don't know if this can come apart. The knob here. Wow. Yeah, they don't make this easy to get into. Definitely. Yeah, there's a nut back here spinning. Oh, I see what came loose. I got a line right here that's loose. I don't know where it goes because I can't see back there. My guess is potentially, I think it's the propane line. I think it unscrewed off of this guy right here. That's the propane line inside. It all came loose when I kept spinning this because the nut keeps spinning, that lock nut in the back. There's a little plastic cover on it, sort of coming off. Yeah, if I could, this is the only thing, this thing's holding me in place. I can just save this for a project on another day. I'll just have to replace it. I got to go to town. That's going to take up today, but there's nothing else I can do right now. No point in putting it back together either. Ziploc bag the leftover stuff and put a tarp over this so it doesn't go bad on me. And I'll see if I can fix it later. All right, that's it for the moment. All right, we're off to get a new generator. I'm going to stop at 3 different places. I'm going to go to Tonasket, and then I'm going to go to Omak. And there's 2 places. There's North 40 Outfitters and Home Depot out there. In town in Tonasket is Ace Hardware. I'm going to look at the generators. I'll take quick shots of them as I go shopping them and see which one I will decide on. I know they have a Generac that's 7,500 watts, which should be a nice powerful one. I'd rather have more watts, especially if I need to use it at the shop level at some point. I have had the 4,500 watt generators. That's their peak watts, of course, just like the 7,500's peak. Those just don't, they do okay, but man, they are bare minimum for me. So, yeah, I just need to get something so I can get powered up, and then my neighbor's gonna let me use her Starlink to get my video out this week. And I gotta contact Starlink because I think my router's dead. So may have to buy another router. I can't imagine I'd have to replace the whole Starlink system. Normally, right now, you'd be able to see these trees a whole lot better off in the distance. The valley's just full of smoke. Yeah, pretty bad. Maybe that'll help you get a reference of how bad the smoke is. You can see the dark shadow up there. That's more mountains that you just can barely see behind that flat of trees in the valley. There's mountains behind all that. This one's a dual fuel. That's the difference from the 8,000. All right, let's go to North 40 Outfitters. I do see one for 1,049. That's a Generac, and 7,500 watts, dual fuel. So I do like the idea of the dual fuels. That way, if I'm out of fuel, if I'm out of propane, I can switch to gas. If I'm out of gas, I can switch to propane. So, See if they have some generators parked out here somewhere. That one's $10.99. Big generator. Too small. I'm not a fan of Champion. I had one of those. It didn't last long. These ones are way too expensive. Ooh, expensive. Yeah, $1,500. No, thank you. All right, back to the truck. Okay, so I don't think I liked any of those. I don't know the brand names. So Home Depot is next, not far away, in the truck stage. Shade here, so you'll come in with me, Sancho. Let's go. So I don't know if they have generators down in this area or not. Oh yeah, looks like in the back. Let's see what they have. Down here it says 8,000 watts. Alright, so we ended up getting this generator, so we're getting ready to head home. Alright, I'm back. So this is pretty nice. It's a 7500E dual fuel. And so on gas, I'll get 7,500 watts steadily. Peak 9,400 watts. On liquid propane, I'll get 6,800 watts, which is plenty, continuously, and then 8,500 watts peak. So I got to get the tractor over here, unload this thing before I take it apart. Let it. I'm going to bring it over there next to the cabin, to where I can plug in the solar to it. Oh, this thing's heavy. Whew. Thank goodness I got a tractor. There's no way I would move it. Oh, that's a nice piece of plywood to save. on the propane. See if she runs, huh? All right, there we go. I got power, charging up my solar batteries, charging my EcoFlow right now. I'm letting the solar panels charge up the other, and yeah, successful. Well, thank you for watching my video this week. I appreciate it. If you made it this far, that's awesome. And I hope you'll come back again next week and watch my video. As far as this cooler goes, I really love it. If you're interested in this cooler, I will leave links to it in the comments section for you. By buying one of these, if you decide you need one and you like this, that will support my channel if you use the links, and I'd really appreciate that. I don't get paid for you accessing those links, but it shows a record that people were interested in it. So if you'll click on that, I'd appreciate it. And if you have any questions about the cooler, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments section. That'd be fine. Now next week, instead of doing the house wrap on this shop build, I'm gonna wait for that, do that a little later. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that solar system. I gotta mill the 2x6s to build the framework. We'll get that all hooked up next week. That's my goal, is to get that hooked up and get the panels on it, and even maybe wire them all in series. So we're doing 2 series. It's going to be 4 panels in series, 4 panels in series, and then we will tie those together and bring them on over to the shop, and that'll be the power for that. And so it's series parallel is what they call that. And that's what I'm going to run them as. So if you're interested in seeing how I run those solar panels and how I assemble everything, please come back next week and see that. I hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you again later. Don't forget, please give my channel a like. I'd like to have a thumbs up, comment, and make sure you come back. And if you haven't started following me and you're really interested in living an off-grid lifestyle, and you want to see how I'm living mine, we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.